Now, you've moved from Kenyan schools. You are at the African Leadership Academy.
True.
What the academy wants to be a Pan-African school.
That's right.
Yeah. What are you bringing in from Kenya?
This is the way it started. Looking at the values of African Leadership Academy, it is a values-driven school, 6 major values that we have. And a number of them can be traced back to the Alliance High School. And not that Alliance High School was the source of these values, but a number of them resonated with me at Alliance High School. Alliance High School was, again, very much a value-driven school. And this is where the difference came in. The scope of Alliance High School, in terms of its impact, was really on a country. It used to select its students from the entire country.
Yes.
A few from East Africa. But African Leadership Academy is bringing together 15 to 19-year-olds from the entire continent.
Yes.
And I thought, look, here is a school that has got it. Some of my former students, many of them went on to great universities.
Yes.
Ivy League, Oxford, Cambridge.
That's
but
brilliant.
a good many stayed back in New York, in Washington, in London, working in these places, working for banks, working for other organizations. But a few of them came back. And those who came back, one of the example I keep on quoting is one of the first internet service providers on the continent, African Online. This was started by a former student who decided, after attending MIT, decided he would come back to Kenya.
And contribute to the continent.
Yeah, that's right. And he did. But I then look back and know that we did not build passion about the continent in the students at Alliance High School and other institutions across the continent. But African Leadership Academy is very deliberate in that objective. They want to build passion about the continent at the most critical years of development for the youth at high school, when their experiences, their learning, they pick the skills and internalize them. When you talk about Africa and great entrepreneurs and successful Africans, and Joburg has many of them.
Yes.
South Africans here who are great entrepreneurs, people who have the leadership icons on the continent. They are based here. And if students at their formative years, experience and work and hear from these people, they are likely to carry on with that beyond universities.
Well, Mr. Christopher Khaemba, there's so much we can talk about, but unfortunately we have run out of time. Thank you very much for joining us on People of Africa, sir.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you. Bye.
All right, and that's all we have for you on People of Africa. Remember, you can always write to us. It's SNI at sabc.co.za. Our email address, sni@sabc.co.za. Rendezvous Africa continues with showbiz news after the break from Ms. Pumelele Zondi. Have a good evening.